There's something I want to give to you right now, though, that we can incorporate into what you've been doing.
Okay.
So first, I want to review the central points of our conversation.
Okay.
One of them is you use both sides, both arms, and hook your fingers on the jawbone below the teeth, so you're not pulling on teeth. You don't need to use much force, so it's not much of a disadvantage to be that deep in with your fingertips.
Okay. Okay.
All right, take your hand out of your mouth now. We don't want you drooling. Now, the other thing is, when you find a position is painful, use less effort in that position. And scan all of you. I didn't say this before, but it comes to mind. Scan all of you for what you're tightening up. Let go of anything that isn't directly part of the movement. Okay. That's part of locating a position that's really painful and not wanting to do anything. Yeah, right. Do less. Find out what you're doing. You know, you're tightening your legs, your hips, who knows what. Mm-hmm. Let that go and make the movements economical. The third thing was, if you reach an impasse, contact me promptly so we can move you past it faster. Okay. Now, you've been using your tongue. You were using your tongue as part of the jaw movement before?
Yeah, I sort of rested on top of my fingers because it doesn't like to be independent that much.
Oh, that's the very thing that we need, though, is the independence.
Oh, I think it's gotten used to it. No, I think it's doing okay by itself now. I'll keep an eye on my tongue.
Keep an eye on your tongue. That's calling to mind a certain saying that. Oh yeah, there was a wine shop in Boulder, Colorado. They had a sign in the window: "Put your mouth in our hands."
Yeah.
Okay. Now, getting back to my tongue question. Have you been using your tongue to lead the movement?
Yes.
Okay.
Consciously.
Great. So you started by pulling back and then gradually bringing your tongue forward.
Yeah.
Okay, the next step is, instead of pulling your tongue back and moving it forward, when you pull your tongue back, press it up against your palate.
The whole tongue?
The part that can reach your palate, the back of the tongue, actually is what I'm finding is what's necessary.
Okay.
If you do the front of the tongue, you're going to get stuff more towards the front. We want to get more towards the back of the neck, so you use the back of the tongue up against the palate.
I can feel that.
Okay. And if your head is tipping to the left, your tongue presses against the left side of your palate. As your head tips to the right, your tongue maintains pressure and shifts to the right side.
Is the tip very slow?
Better if it's slow, yes. And of course, you're going to be doing this with your fingers hooked.
Oh yeah, fingers
on the front. And so your tongue is pressing up and rubbing side to side against the palate.
At the back.
At the back. Okay. And the experience I have and expect you to have when you're doing that is going to change how your cranium rests on your atlas. I get all kinds of crunchings that occur as I've done that. And it has shifted how my head rests on the upper vertebra.
That's what I want, my head to be put back on straight.
Okay, so this was the next piece There's something more dramatic following, but I don't want to give it to you yet because really you need to do the other parts in good form first and use the tongue in this case instead of pressing forward more with each tip. You're just rubbing side to side against the palate. Yeah, I can sense what that's doing in you. That's good. That's exactly what's needed. And you're going to notice a difference on your right and left sides.
Am I still moving my tongue and my jaw more forward in the zigzag, or am I leaving the tongue at the back of the palate and just doing side to side from there?
You're pulling everything back and then doing the side tip.
Yes.
Do that until you can tell the effect. When you can tell the effect, do it until you don't get any more. And then you can gradually bring your tongue and jaw forward as you tip. But you want your tongue pressing against the palate.
Okay. So from here on in, I'm starting the exercise the new way with the tongue pulled back and pressing up rather than waggling the front of the tongue.
Yeah, 'cause our emphasis is toward the back, and we're after that atlanto-occipital junction, that top vertebra as it supports the cranium, the skull. And you're going to feel that moving the tongue changes everything inside there. You did it some. Did you sense that?
Well, I could feel that I can feel that the muscles in the back of the neck below the occiput move when I bring my tongue back.
Exactly. And then when you press up against the palate, notice.
Seems to work better if the tongue is curled down towards the bottom teeth.
I can see what you're feeling with that as I test it. If you need to do that at the beginning, do that.
Oh,
do it with
stuck there.
Okay, do it both ways. With the tip of the tongue hooked behind the lower teeth, and with the tongue free except for the back pressing up.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't experimented with that tongue tip pressing into behind the lower teeth. When I did, I just was pulling my tongue back and up against the palate.
Yeah.
So I haven't experimented with that, and I don't know whether one is a better movement pattern than the other. I suspect that the one without the tongue tip is better because it's not using the lower teeth as a crutch for helping you find tongue position. You're just doing it from within the tongue.
The tongue is getting an education.
That's right. You'll be able to go with the best of them.
Oh, my God. Okay, so to recap what I'm going to do, I can do it tongue, fingers, tongue pressed up against the palate, moving side to side, then look for and tilting, and then looking for positions to the left and to the right. And then I can stop for the day.
Yes, in the order you just said. Do the tongue up against the palate first to help you to shift what's going on in that upper vertebral area. Then do turns and do tilts.
Okay, and then after each turn and tilt section, I do the back and forth, and then do it again, and then back and forth, and then a third time back and forth, and go to the other direction and do the same thing there.
Yes. Now, may I see how you're doing the forward and back movement?
Okay.
Okay, pause.
Okay. Oh, now I do the 3 and then the 6. So.
Okay, so you've got the idea right, and you don't have the cranial movement going right. You want to have the lower jaw and cranium go opposite directions. And then keep slowing down and sink into the pause and feel. Yeah. Okay, good. So you're doing 5s there.
And scan because my shoulder was going up.
Yeah, when it goes up, cause your shoulder to go up. Do diamond penetration rhythm of the shoulder.
Okay.
And then when you let go, you'll let go of something much deeper. I expect you're going to feel that all the way into your neck when you let that shoulder come down. Something on the right side of your neck will let go, and I expect it to be a little crunching happening. And that's not from knowledge that I have accumulated. It's from a direct perception of what I'm sensing in you.
Okay. So if I get to this position and my shoulder's going up, then the diamond penetration would be just with the shoulder, just start working the shoulder.
Yeah, just help your shoulder go up the way it's automatically going up.
And then do the exercise again and see
With the
if the shoulder's
down.
more relaxed.
Exactly.
Okay. This is so great. Final question. What if pulling the tongue back, because I'm already tight in this area,
Yes.
what if pulling the tongue back and holding it there for such a long time creates more tightness here?
It doesn't.
Okay.
When you're doing this action, you're developing voluntary control rather than automatic action patterns.
Okay.
The thing is, if you feel you're tight there, deliberately pull your tongue in the tight direction and then come out of it. Practice going into and coming out so you generate the ability to come out of it. And the way to learn how to come out is first to feel which direction is in.
Okay.
So I've been giving you preparation. You have the tongue moving, pulling back into the throat, coming forward, going left, going right. Well, now you're practicing pressing the tongue up and side to side. So you're getting your tongue in all the directions of movement. We're now getting you prepared to do a maneuver where you can aim straight into the positions that are highly contracted and get changes to occur. You couldn't do that until you had some more developed control of tongue movements.
Okay.
And this bit about that on your left side, you said doing the earlier TMJ program movements makes that feel better. So do that.
Okay.
It's not a problem with a tooth. It appears to be a nerve impingement because you've got numbness.
Yeah.
And there's not too many things that can impinge on the nerve. It's all got to be soft tissue, and it's probably tongue, the floor of the mouth.
Okay.
So remember, 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
The only reason not to call is if you're getting success and then you milk it for all it's worth.
This is going to be wonderful. I'm going to just really, look at that. I'm moving almost better already.
What from that trivial little bit that we did?
Yeah, I'm looking to
The only thing you did was press your tongue against the top of your underside of your palate.
That's all I did.
Well, it sounds like that could be pay dirt.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.